Welcome to the Ben Beard Show. Today we are with Randy and Carol McMillan at Josefinas Old Gate in Mesilla. Thank you guys for being on the show today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Excited to have you on here. Tell us a little bit about who you are and tell us about Josefinas Gate.
I'm Carol McMillan, and Randy and I have been married about 25 years this summer.
Awesome.
And we both just love to cook, and this is a new and exciting adventure for us.
Yeah,
this hospitality, and we're having fun with it. So
good. Now this is a newer business to you guys, but not a new business overall, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, Kathleen Foreman has owned it for many years, and in fact, her mother lived in this house next door.
Oh, really?
Actually, where the restaurant is, that was her home. That's why they call it Josefina. Her name was Josefina.
Okay.
Josefina's Gate, and then Kathleen has had it as a restaurant for many years as well. And, so it came available, and I'm a commercial real estate broker by most of my career, and still am. And she actually called to see if I would help her lease it. And we have a chili company that I thought would tie in nicely with the restaurant, so we ended up leasing it instead of helping her find a tenant. So that's how that's how it happened. Right in the middle of the worst of the pandemic. It was like March of last year. So she was actually closed at the time.
Okay.
So we took over
December the 1st when we actually took it over.
Okay.
So it took a while.
Perfect time to take over a restaurant.
Yeah, right?
No, it's not.
So you're open now, at least to a certain capacity.
We are.
Good.
Patio's been open most of the time, as they've let us be. And now we're open 25% inside. And of course, this has, I think, the prettiest patio of any restaurant in the city. We thought that long before we came here, or long before we owned it. And you can see what a beautiful...
And it has this lush green room that's so beautiful.
This space is incredible.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like the secret of Mesilla.
So does this count as part of your patio space, or is this considered indoor?
We think it does.
I call it a patio. Until they tell me
I would
otherwise,
think it
it's
is.
a patio.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's mostly outside.
It's a patio.
Yeah. Don't tell the governor, but I'm calling it a patio.
Perfect.
If she disagrees with me, she can come down here and we'll arm wrestle.
All right. So
You can arm wrestle with her, and I wouldn't recommend it. She's mean.
I'm going to put you on the spot. What do you know about the greenhouse out here? Do you know how many varieties of plants?
Oh my goodness.
You did put us on the spot.
Walking around, and it was a lot.
There are a lot of succulents. There are some tropicals.
A lime tree.
There's a lime and an orange tree. The lime tree has just finished blooming, and so there are a lot of new limes on it right now.
I love that cactus. What's that called?
That is a burro's tail. From what
Burro's tail, yeah.
several customers have
Looks
told
like a
me,
burro's
that's a burro's tail. And we have a bird of paradise here that is absolutely stunning, right in the center. And there's
It smells so good in here.
Lots of geraniums and lots of pencil cactus. A lot of the bigger pots go outside on the patio during the summer.
Okay.
The ones that are sitting in the middle. So this area kind of opens up.
You can get a few more tables out here.
Yeah, it opens up more in the summertime. But in the winter, they're brought in so they'll survive the colder weather.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Nothing like snow in Las Cruces this last week, right?
Yeah, last week was not a good week.
No.
That patio was having a hard time bringing people in.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Well, we've added a lot of heaters. We've I think tripled the heaters that.
Wow.
You can stay warm out there.
Good.
And we've added a lot of musicians, so we have more music, and we've also brought them inside into our tasting room because we've opened up a tasting room and a gift shop. And
the tasting room is for the winery, which is Rio Grande Winery.
Okay.
And that's the same company. So we have our wines here and other New Mexico wines. But all we have is New Mexico wines and New Mexico beers. We have beer from Spotted Dog and also from the Icebox. docks, and
Okay.
then 3 different wineries, including ours.
Okay.
So our main winery is located 3 miles,
3.5 miles
Yeah.
on 28.
yes, down
Okay.
on Highway 28. But then we have our tasting room is just adjacent to this room
Okay.
here on the premises,
So we've got Josefinas restaurant. We've got the tasting room.
For the wine.
Okay.
and a gift shop,
Gift
and
shop.
then Carol's Kitchen, which is where I do a lot of my cooking here
Okay.
as well, with the fresh chili companies, recipes, and whatnot. So
Okay. So you've got the winery, the restaurant, and the chili company, right?
Correct, and they're all related.
Okay.
The chili company is the engine, and we send chili all over the country every day.
Wow.
300 to 500 packages a day go to other states and a few here in New Mexico, but yeah,
Are you selling those online, or do you sell the?
100% online.
Really?
Yeah, 2 Cons carries it, and so does Save Mart and
Okay.
Natural Grocers,
Okay.
and a few smaller gift shops like the La Posta gift shop, and we carry it out at the winery. But 95% of our sales is on the internet, direct to consumer.
Direct to consumer, people that have moved away and miss it, just want
Love
that
hatch
taste.
chili, and that's
Okay.
what it is. We have one called Pure Green. It's pure green hatch chili. A little salt
Wow.
and a little garlic and hatch chili. That's it.
Wow.
And then out back we have an 11-foot smoker, and we say, like, what's Randy smoking? Well, that's like his kitchen. So his little kitchen is out back, and that's
Okay.
what he's always working on, or ribs
On the weekends.
and brisket.
Saturday,
Oh, so this is not just a chili roaster. This is a
No, this is not a chili roaster.
Oh, not a chili- okay.
It's a smoker.
full smoker.
But the Fresh Chili Company has branched off into barbecue sauce, and
Okay.
it has our chili in it, but
It's mostly chili. It's
And
mostly
it's-
red chili,
Okay.
it's like
and it's good.
his baby.
Anyway, we're having fun with that.
Good.
On Fridays, we crank up the smoker and we make pork ribs for
Nice.
here and,
Him.
and the winery.
So you do it yourself?
Yeah.
I take off
Dang,
on
okay.
Friday at noon. Other
Okay.
guys take off Friday at noon and go drink beer. I might drink a beer too, but I'm out here smoking food, nothing else.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And we have fish
Awesome.
on Friday that I
Okay.
cook on the smoker as well,
Okay.
because it's Lent right now. A lot of people want to just eat fish. So yesterday we did some halibut and some salmon. And what was the other one? I'm not recalling, but
Gin cod.
oh, cod.
Cod. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it was killer good.
Yeah.
All 3 of them were just great good, and we season them with some of the dry seasoning that we have from the chili company. The chili company sells a hatch green blend, which is mostly green chili, and it has some lime in it and some other things that I have to kill you if I told you what it was. But it's really good on fish and chicken.
Okay.
And then we have a red hatch seasoning that's great on the pork and on the barbecue. There are the barbecue ribs we have. Each one of them comes about like that big, and it's 3 ribs. It looks like it came off of a brontosaurus.
Yeah, it's huge.
Wow. Where do you get those? Is that local New Mexico?
Anyway,
We grow the brontosaurus in
Yeah.
our backyard.
You guys got Jurassic Park going on.
We
Got the T-Rex out of the greenhouse just so we could film today.
Yeah, we do raise a lot of the eggs. We have a lot of chickens out of
Okay.
our house, the farm, and we have a lot of ducks and geese. And they keep the vineyard clean of
Okay.
weeds. And they lay a lot of eggs, especially this time of year. The ducks are cool. They're laying eggs like crazy. So if you want to try duck eggs instead of chicken eggs, and people ask that people all the time, and they say, "Ooh," I'm like, "No, it's the best egg
Yeah,
you ever
and we don't
made."
do any spraying, so
Yeah.
They're all natural.
It's all
organic.
natural.
It's-
They've been eating weeds and grass, and we do
Wow.
feed them some good food from keep them going in the winter and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we have some sheep out there too. And,
Okay.
And we'll be serving some of our lamb as well. So
Wow.
yeah, kind of fun.
So the restaurant really just ties together everything else you were doing with the vineyard and the
It does.
chili
I would
company.
not be in the restaurant business if it weren't for the other things,
Okay.
because it's a hard, tough business, and
Yeah. Especially right now.
especially right now. Yeah. But it's fun with these other things that tie in together, and we can show people how to use the chili products. I should have had a few of our chili products on the table here.
I'm glad you didn't, because I've been here almost 9 years, and I just still can barely eat anything spicy at all. I'm such a wuss. I don't know what it is.
He needs to try my chili fudge. He could probably handle that.
Oh, I could try that.
But before we're done, I'll go in the gift shop and bring a couple of jars out and put them on the table. We won't open them, but you can see them. So.
Yeah, it's funny. My wife loves it. Growing up, salt and pepper was a spice for me.
Yeah.
And now my mom eats chili. She likes to come down and have some chili, but my wife loves it. I can't handle it. I don't know.
It's okay.
I'm a wuss. I've started eating barbecue sauce. That's progress for me.
Yeah, you may stay away from our barbecue sauce, because it's mostly chili.
Yeah.
Instead of tomato based, it's chili based.
Oh wow. Okay.
Red chili based.
Got some good kick then.
So good.
One of them's not too hot. It's just a milder chili, and then one of them's hot.
Yeah, we have a kind of a sweet and then a savory.
Okay. Cool. So, how long have you guys been in Las Cruces? You guys natives here?
Randy is. Randy was born and raised here. I'm a transplant from Texas.
Okay. Cool. How long have you been here?
We've been married, be 25 years. I've been here probably 26, 27 years.
Okay. Awesome.
And this is the second time I've lived here. I lived here once before for a brief time, but I never knew Randy the first time I was here. I've never met him. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
We met in Ruidoso at the Harley Davidson
convention.
Yeah, or the
motorcycle
rally.
Okay. Nice.
8 years ago, something like that.
Wow. Cool. Awesome. Well, what's your guys' favorite thing about living in Las Cruces?
Chili. We love chili.
Good answer from the chili man.
Yeah. Hey. That's my answer. She's probably got a different one. But we eat it with every meal. We always have. And, I used to, before we were in the business, I had a freezer dedicated to chili. That's all we had in it. My main career has been the commercial real estate business, as I told you. And so we would make our red sauce every year in September. And we made it in our kitchen as a family. And then we would send it in November to our real estate customers, around the country. The last time we made it unprofessionally, we made 800 jars, and we rented the Gospel Rescue Mission and made it there.
Wow.
It's a wonder we didn't kill somebody, because we didn't know anything about pH. We just canned it the way I knew how to can.
Yeah.
And it didn't hurt anybody, but now we have to check the pH, and of course we do, and change it a little bit, lower it. But that's how we got into the chili business. Was so many of our real estate customers would call and say thank you for the chili, and because we wanted to give something was from New Mexico. I hate it when I shouldn't say hate it, but I don't like it when I get a calendar or a whatever, a card that obviously has a stamp on it, that somebody didn't put any thought into. So for Christmas, we really wanted to give something that we made from New Mexico to our real estate customers, and it was special to them, and it's a great sauce. It's my dad's recipe. We harvest the fresh red chilies and make the sauce out of fresh red chilies, and no other company uses fresh red chilies. They always, in their enchilada sauce, they use dried red chilies.
Our kids were involved in us, helping us make it. It was a family ordeal.
Yeah.
Ordeal is right.
800 jars, I can't imagine. My mom would can growing up, and it was 40, 50 in a day was like a huge day.
Yeah, we did it over 2 days.
And we'd have chili sitting on every, jars and containers sitting on everything in the house. They were it was.
Ship it out with pecans.
Yeah.
We got so many calls from people saying, thank you for the gift, but
can we have?
I got to have more of that stuff.
Case.
Yeah.
It's good. It's great. It's my dad's recipe for red enchilada sauce is amazing. And then a friend of mine by the name of Scott Began knew quite a bit about the internet business, and he encouraged us to start selling it online. So we started doing that, and then we did a green chili and then a red and green chili and a few other products. Now we have the barbecue sauce, but we started, letting people know on the internet that we were there and people were interested. And at one point, we used a co-packer, which is somebody else's kitchen, and they would make it for us, but it was our recipe and our chili.
Okay.
And the co-packer once a month and then once a week, and then we needed her 2 or 3 times a week, and she said, no, we're going to fire you or 10 other customers. And so we had to set up our own plant.
Okay.
And she told us like pretty close to.
Oh, she gave us plenty of
season.
notice. She was great, but we just procrastinated, and we didn't know if we were going to shut it down because we've never done anything like this before, in the real estate business, or if we were going to dive in. And we dove in and built a plant. It's right behind Crunch Fitness. And it's about 13,000 square feet.
Wow.
And we do anywhere from 1,500 to 3,000 jars a day that we produce there.
Wow.
So that's how we got here. I think we're glad we did.
We are.
We need a vacation, I'll tell you that.
We are very glad we did.
We used to go to Hawaii for about a month every year, or 6 weeks. That hadn't happened for 2 years.
So you started the chili company about 2 years ago?
No, 5 years ago.
Oh, 5 years ago.
For the first 3 years, it was 10,000 jars, 20,000 jars, 30,000 jars, and this year we'll do probably 500,000 jars.
Wow.
So it just went. And COVID did not hurt that business. In fact, this whole shutdown thing really helped it because people were cooking at home, they were on the internet, they were looking for things to do and spice up their home life.
Yeah. And
they started buying chili, and then once they bought it, our repeat customer rate is huge. Today, I'm sure if we looked at, we can tell how many people buy in the day on our software, and it's usually 60 to 70% repeat customers.
Wow.
Every day.
I mean, you'd think with all the military and law enforcement and contractors at White Sands, all the people that rotate through every few years, they're gonna be repeat customers wherever they go now.
They can't get anywhere,
Yeah.
We had a program where you submit recipes, and we would pick to see who got, who created the most appetizing and pleasing to the eye recipe, and people would have to submit a picture and the entire recipe, and so we'd pick one weekly, and they would get a free case of chili. And when COVID hit, that exploded.
I'll bet.
And it just went crazy, and so everybody was just.
Had fun with it.
Oh man,
Yeah.
we were getting so many. It was just we just almost had to have one person dedicated to scanning all these recipes.
Wow.
We have 3 people in customer service. So
I mean,
Wow.
answer phone calls, emails. And what Carol's referring to is a new web page that we set up called Fresh Chili Cooking. And you can't buy anything on that website. It's owned or run by the members, by the people that want to be on it. So I think it has 25 or 30,000 people.
So you guys are the social media of chili.
it was just incredible.
And that comes from a guy named Chris Lane. Chris is he owns Oregon Mountain Outfitters.
Okay.
Which is an online. They have a retail store here, but they have an online store. He's amazing. He knows what he's a partner.
Yeah, he's a partner with Fresh Chili.
He's an incredible partner. He's incredibly gifted and talented, and knows what he's doing. And so we set up this Fresh Chili Cooking page as just a place where our customers could share ideas. Yeah, it went to 1,000, and went to 5,000, and 10.
Wow.
I think it's 25,000 people are on that.
Wow.
And every day there'll be 10, 15 recipes shared.
Oh, it's
and they're
incredible.
amazing. I mean,
I think
picking
there's
a
more
winner
than
every
that.
week has become really difficult.
Yeah.
And but it's fun.
So what's the weirdest thing you've seen somebody do on there?
Oh my gosh. We had somebody one time that submitted a jar of fresh chili as their recipe. And they said, you open the jar, you insert a straw, and you slurp. And this is my recipe.
I think they won that week. If they didn't, they should have.
And I mean, it was, and we were just like, okay. And I mean, that was their recipe to just suck down a jar of the chili straight, and they love it.
She makes red chili fudge with it.
Okay.
It's fudge. It's a wonderful fudge with a hint of red chili.
Okay.
And and you don't taste the chili until after you swallow. I make ice cream sandwiches, and
really,
I make a lot.
She's probably the one that does the weirdest ones, but there's others that do.
But the chili is in the cookie, in the chocolate cookie, and so you have. And matter of fact, my mother-in-law, that's what she wants for her birthday, are those ice cream sandwiches.
Wow.
And I'll make chocolate and vanilla and strawberry. Yeah.
They're not too hot.
Wow.
And so I keep them in the freezer. And so the ice cream in the middle is real refreshing because you taste the chili in the chocolate cookies. And the cookies are real soft, pliable, but the ice cream is there to kind of counteract the chili. But they're really yummy. I mean, it's
you can tell we don't like what we're doing.
Yeah.
And then brownies. I make brownies with the chili in them. And you don't really taste a lot of chili until after you swallow, and then you just get what was that? You know, it's just a little zip.
Interesting.
It's kind of like a little zippy thing.
Yeah.
Our newest, one of our newest products that's really interesting is freeze-dried chili. We found that no one that we were aware of was freeze-drying hatch chili. In fact, we're sure of it. And so we have 6 freeze dryers down at the plant, and we just bought another 6. And we freeze dry this chili as fast as we can freeze dry it, and we can't keep it.
So what does that do to the chili, and what do people then do with that?
They put it in. Well,
it's incredible.
Well, if you a lot of people freeze chili, and then you thaw it out and eat it. Yeah. Well, if you freeze dry it, it's even better than if you just froze it. I mean, when you add a little water to it, for one thing, you don't have to keep it cold anymore. It's freeze dried, and then we put it in this special packaging that is supposed to last 30 years.
Wow.
Without going bad.
So you just add a little water and then cook it like it's fresh chili? Or?
It comes back like a fresh chili. It's green. It smells like it. It tastes like it. It's amazing.
So if you're backpacking or
a lot of people just like to put up food in case of, I think they call them preppers. Preppers or just emergency preparedness right now with everything going on. Spice up their life and something happens, they got some chili.
It's totally weightless once you do that. It's totally weightless. So if you're backpacking, it's great.
Yeah. We think. We haven't done it, but...
Well, we have a backpack.
But you've tried the freeze-dried green chili.
The flavor it's better than...
That's amazing.
When you freeze something, it changes the texture. It's good, obviously, but when you freeze-dry it, it's better than when you froze it.
Wow.
It's not quite as good if you just picked it off the plant, but it's the next best thing for sure.
Wow. So
you can buy freeze-dried chili on our website, the Fresh Chili Company.
Cool. So kind of a combo question, and then we'll end. But with all the multiple businesses you've got, what's been the biggest challenge getting those businesses started up and off the ground? And then what was the best advice you got along that journey?
You want to take one of those or both of them? Or the biggest challenge, I'll tell them, is people. Hiring the right people. Restaurant business is hard to find. It's a tough job. Not everybody can do it, but everybody thinks they can. Not everybody can cook. Everybody wants to. Not everybody can serve. Finding people, but we are getting great people.
That's awesome.
Paying them what they deserve, and our food is going to be a little more expensive here, but it's the highest quality and good service and good people. So that's been the hardest thing. I'll give you my best piece of advice. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you, I will uphold you with my victorious right hand. There's a lot of problems in business, and there's a lot of problems in this world. There's a lot of problems in relationships. the good Lord told us, in this world you will have problems. And everything he said was true, including that.
Yeah.
So when you're doing as many businesses as we are, and we have our share of, and so there are fearful times. And so the best advice I have is from the prophet Isaiah, I think, who wrote that. Can't give you the exact address, but fear not, for I am with you.
Yeah.
And what also is interesting about that is the number one commandment in the Bible, the commandment that's given more times than any other commandment, is fear not. That's given over 360 times.
Wow.
One for every day of the year. And I don't know about you, but I need to hear it.
Yep.
We tend to fear everything around us and not fear God. We need to fear him in a respectful, loving way, like you would your your dad, or your grandfather, of a respectful fear of God, and then not fear anything else.
Yep.
But our tendency is to do the exact opposite. So, sorry, you can.
No, I don't think I could add anything to that.
We both agree on that because we talk about it a lot.
Yeah, we do.
And we pray about it
We
a lot.
do.
And so that's the best advice I can give you. Fear not.
Awesome. I appreciate that. I will note that we, and I hope this is all right to share, but before we started recording, we did say prayer, which is in 30 some odd episodes I think that we've done. This is the first time we've ever prayed before an episode. So
Cool.
Wow.
I appreciate that, and thank you for that advice.
Yeah.
So how can people get a hold of you and the different businesses, and how can we find you online? Or
Come by Josefinas Gate in the Mesilla. It's right next to the church, right next to the Catholic church here.
Yeah.
And come in the evenings. Nobody that knows we're open in the evenings, and so we're really trying to get that business started. Come out to the winery.
Yeah. You know, I would like to add one thing. You asked us what we enjoyed most about Las Cruces, and Randy answered chili. You know, one thing that drew me back to Las Cruces was the beautiful sunsets that we have here.
Yeah.
And the skies, and I just love our sunsets here.
yeah.
When we are at the winery, we have one of the most beautiful views in all of Las Cruces.
Of the organs.
And yes, and we get to see the organs change color. We get to watch as they change from magenta into a deep purple and into a navy blue. And sometimes the skies are just so incredible that there are no words for how beautiful that they are. And I look at that sometimes, and even in the summer, like we were there last summer during the harvest, or in the fall and during the harvest, but even in the summer. And to me, I look at that sky, and I think that's kind of God's way of saying, you know, sorry about the heat. Because, you know, we have such terribly hot days. And then we have that beautiful, beautiful sunset. And that's what I love. And we have the best views out there. So come out, watch the sunset out there. It's incredible.
What are the hours here and what are the hours down there?
7 to 8 here. And out there it's noon to 7 every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Soon to be maybe Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah,
Okay.
hopefully.
Yeah. Good.
Hopefully we'll start.
Could I say one more thing? I know you from my commercial real estate business, and also you built a lot of houses on lots that we owned and sold.
Yep.
And we had a number of lots in a subdivision that we needed to sell and needed to move. And Ben came, and we helped him get started there a little bit, and did everything he said he was going to do. He built beautiful homes. We sold them so fast, and their quality, and we're proud of them. But we were kind of almost partners, because you know, we provided the lots, you built them. It wasn't just a lot sale type thing.
Yep.
And, so when you're partners with somebody, you know, you get to know who they are, and we got to know who you are, and you did everything you said you were going to do. You built a great product, He did not ask me to say this. In fact, probably didn't know I was going to, but I wanted to because you
appreciate
really helped
Are you
us
blushing?
out.
I think
I don't
you're
know.
blushing.
You helped us out of getting that subdivision finished, and you helped a lot of people into some great homes, and did a great job. And
Thank you.
I would do business with you again anytime. So
Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on the show. This has been awesome.
Good.
And everybody come out and check out Josefinas Gate. It's a great place.
yeah, please.
Thank you.